Hi, today we'll be taking a look at the new Narukami deck from the upcoming Clan Selection Plus Volume 1. Today we'll be featuring the new Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion, the Blood. Right, so this is a new deck build for the upcoming Clan Selection Volume 1. So we have the Blood. So as a Vanguard once per turn, you may counterblast 1, put 1 card from your hand into Soul. And during this turn, this unit get power plus 5k, drive plus 1. And when it battles, it battles all unit in your opponent's front row at the same time. If you have added a Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion, which is the original double R, into Soul, it gets an additional power plus 10k, critical plus 1. And as a finisher, you can Soul blast any amount of Kaiser, you cast with Kaiser in name from the Soul. And by doing so, this unit get drive plus 1. At the end of the turn, you take 1 damage. Right. So if you were to Soul blast 3, you get additional 3 drive, but you will take 3 damage at the end of the turn. Right, so Vermillion acts more like a ammo, right, for this deck. Next, let's go for the Grade 2s. So we have a new addition, which is the Spark Arrow Dragon. If you have a Vanguard with Kaiser in name, Soul blast 1, retire this unit. From your deck, search for up to 1 card with Kaiser in name, write it, shuffle the deck. During this turn, opponents when your opponent rear guard retires, you can bind instead, and ability of card with the same name can activate once per turn. Right, so by doing so, when you did a multi-attack, you actually retire your opponent instead, and it will trigger off the unbind skills. Right, and you get a multi-ride for this deck. So the rest of the grade 3, we are actually playing Voltage Horn. We have Boat Pipe, a promo which will be reprinted as a triple R in this set. As an attacker, if your opponent have 2 or more rear guard units in the front row, this unit cannot attack, which with Vermillion effect is almost impossible. So we have a grade 2 12k with a 10k shield. Right, a pretty interesting unit. And we have the Spinner's Blader. So during your turn, if any unit, any card get bind, this unit get power plus 10k. Right, so for this deck, 2 other cards that were in consideration were actually the Martial Arts Dragon. So if your other unit attack did not hit, this unit get power plus 5k, which is pretty good in this deck. The first effect is optional, the one that enters the field to pay cost and bind. Next will be Eradicator Plasma Boat Dragon. So not only does it bind your opponent, you also get to pull it into the front. And if it's a Vanguard, you get to draw 1. So these 2 were in consideration. Next, let's go for the grade 1. So we have another new unit. When it enters the field, look at top 5. Add up to 1 Dragonic Kaiser Vermillion, the normal one, and up to 1 or Spark Arrow Dragon. So you can add either of them to a hand. If you do so, discard 1 card from hand. And when your Vanguard attacks hit, during this turn, this unit get plus 5k. Alright, so if you were to hit like 3 units, you get power plus 15. Right, pretty interesting. Grade 3 Searcher. Rising Phoenix, which is pretty much a staple. And also Boat Capture Dragon to pull your opponent's rear guard to the front so that we have more targets. For triggers, we are playing the what we call the rainbow, so basically 1 of each type. Alright, we'll start off as the second player on our first grade 3 turn. So stand, draw. So we write Kaiser Vermillion, the Blood. Excel 2, draw 1. Alright, next we will call Spark Arrow. Right, so activate Soul blast 1. Retire this unit. from your deck, write one, write the blood. Right, so on right, exhale 2 again. So we draw another one. Mix with a few of the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. Right. So activate color +1. Put one card from my hand to soul. 5k. 1 drive. And because I put the Vermillion into soul, additional plus 10k. 1 critical. And next, I can actually choose to soul blast. So since I'm at 3 damage, I can actually just +2 or +1 if I want. So plus another 2 drive. So this is already 5 checks. Right, since we will take it that we are playing against a force deck. So you will battle with all units in the front row at the same time, and when they get retired, they will get bind instead due to the spark arrows effect. So 5 check. 1, draw trigger. 10k. Second check, front trigger. All units in my front row get power plus 10k. Third, heal trigger. 10k to spark arrow. Fourth, fifth, another draw trigger. Draw 1. And let's say we'll give it here. And most probably our opponent will guard it. So since we hit 2 units, so this unit get past 10k. 10k. I bind at least 2 units, so plus 5k. Plus 5k. Right, since I bind my opponent's unit, Phoenix enters the field, power plus 3k. Right, so we attack with our units. At the end of the turn, since we added 2 drive, we will take 2 damage. So end of turn, first damage, then heal, second damage. Right, so all these will be removed. So that's our first grade 3 turn. Let's do one more turn and see what can we do. Right, since we have quite a big hand size, so we can choose to Sentinel 1 big attack, 2 attacks, right, stand, draw, Kaiser Vermillion the blood, draw 1, effect, Soul Blast 1, retire this, right, since it's up to 1 we can choose not to write, but it still gets the effect that when it retires an opponent unit it bind it, so shuffle, effect, counter plus 1, drive plus 1, and since we are at 4 damage we can actually choose to Soul Blast off another 1, or you can Soul Blast 2 if you feel that you can finish the turn within this attack. So Vanguard attack, so this quad check, 1, 2, crit plus 10, 4, front trigger, all my unit get plus 10k. Since I bind at least 1 unit, so plus 10k, plus 5k, plus 5k. I'll hit at least 1 to 2 unit. Let's say we have a 2 unit, so plus 10, like this. Alright, so this is the basic gameplay for the new Kaiser Vermillion.